all the impurities, the carbon, the rust. And because FFX took time, or it needs time to soften up that, those deposits within the engine, the car enjoyed the immediate, fuel economy, because the fuel that it was using, the car was able to take advantage of the improved fuel in the vehicle at the beginning. Meanwhile, the deposits in the car, the carbon deposits and the rust and all that, was still getting softened up. And then eventually, when they begin to come out, FFX is working within the engine. So what was experienced as fuel economy at the beginning is no longer being experienced, but this will only go on for one usage or two usages. And then once again, the fuel economy begins to be realized. So this is information that we need to have. Now, the good news is this: it doesn't matter what scenario your customer faces or experiences for the first to the third usages of FFX. What matters is that eventually the fuel economy will begin to rise, because most customers are concerned about, the immediate saving. That's what they want to see. So regardless of the scenario, whether it's the first, the second, the third, or the fourth scenario, the fuel economy will eventually be realized. And all these scenarios end up at the same point. They get to an optimal point where the car is performing super well. It's behaving very well. The horsepower is being experienced. The engine is burning fuel the way it should. So this is an assurance that we have. And most customers want that, magic bullet, put it in and immediately start seeing fuel economy. We need to educate our customers that it may not happen that way in their vehicle. Give them the 4 scenarios, let them understand what they mean, and eventually the customer will actually build trust with you. Why? Because you told him the truth. You informed him about what could happen. And when they experience it, they go like, yes, he told me this might happen. I remember one time Sue sharing with us the experience of somebody in Uganda. And this is something else we also need to understand. And this person used FFX, and for about 3 hours of the journey, there's a lot of black smoke coming out of the exhaust. And they were concerned, what's happening with my car? And one of the things that we got to learn from that experience is that all this stuff that needs to come out of the vehicle has to come out through somewhere. There's only the exhaust. That is where it comes out of, okay? So when they experience some smoke, some black smoke coming out of the exhaust, it could happen. And when it does, it actually clears up within a very short time. This particular case, they said within 3 hours, it had cleared up, and now the engine was performing extremely well. And that is because all that stuff that needs to come out comes out through the exhaust pipe. There's no other outlet that it can come out of. So guys, I just wanted to mention those scenarios about what customers should expect, what we should tell our customers. And you'll notice that if you give them this information, they get comfortable, they realize you know what you're talking about, and they begin to trust you. And they know, okay, let's do a second fill up, let's do a third fill up. And we are expecting to see these results eventually.